Hi my dear friends, welcome to this channel. In this video, I am discussing about the important recommendations of GST Council, 49th GST Council, which was held on 18th February 23 at Delhi. Let us discuss about the benefits available to the trading or business community as per the recommendations of this 49th GST Council. The most important change is in the amendment in section 30. Read with rule 23. Presently, as per this section, whenever registration of a registered person is cancelled by suo motu, he can submit an application for revocation of cancellation within 30 days from the date of cancellation of such registration. But as per this amendment, what has happened is this time limit of 30 is extended up to 90 days. So, if a registration is cancelled suo motu, a registered person can submit an application for revocation of cancellation within 90 days from the date of cancellation of such registration. And apart from this, after 90 days, a registered person with the permission of commissioner can again submit an application for revocation of cancellation within 180 days from the cancellation of such registration. Presently, it was 30 to 90. 30 within the discretion of assessing authority and within 90 with the permission of the commissioner. Now it is extended from 30 to 90 with the permission of the assessing authority and from 90 to 180 with the permission of the commissioner. So, if a registration of a registered person is cancelled by suo motu by non-filing of the return, he can file an online application for revocation of cancellation of such registration within 90 days from the date of cancellation of such registration and within 180 days with the permission of the commissioner. Surprisingly, an amnesty scheme was introduced for this also. As per the amnesty scheme, if a registration of a registered person is cancelled and he could not file an application for revocation of cancellation within 30 days and within the period of 90 days, that is with the permission of the commissioner. Now, as per this amnesty scheme, he can file an application for revocation of cancellation up to a specified date. That specified date is not yet declared, but the government or the GST department as per a circular or a notification will declare what will be the specified date for filing this application. So, in nutshell, a registered person, if his registration is suspended and he approached any of the High Court for revocation of this cancellation of application and his registration is still suspended, he can, after this period, after this specified period, can file an application for revocation for a further period. That further period, the government will declare as per a notification what will be the specified date. So, he can file, still he can file an application for revocation of cancellation. This is a major benefit for the registered person whose application for registration is cancelled or suspended. Second major recommendation is in the amendment of section 62. Presently, as per section 62(2), if an assessment order passed under section 62(1) is deemed to be cancelled or withdrawn, if a registered person file his return along with the interest within 30 days from the date of passing of such order. But from 2023 onwards, this 30 days is extended up to 60 days. Suppose if an assessment under section 62(1) is passed and he wishes to complete this assessment or accept this or he is not accepting this assessment, he can file that default return within 60 days along with the tax and interest. In such cases, the assessment is deemed to be withdrawn or cancelled as per section 62(2). And furthermore, a further period of 60 days again with certain conditions is added, which will be explained as per this circular or a notification which the government will issue shortly. An amnesty scheme was also introduced for the past assessments. So in the case of past assessment, what was happened is, after completing section 62(1) assessment, and if a person could not file his particular return and not remitting the tax, what was happened is, the 62(1) assessment is challenged before the appellate authority. So the appeal is pending now. In this case, whether the appeal is pending or whether the appeal is decided or not, that person can still file that particular return along with the tax, interest and late fee. In such cases, the assessment under section 62(1) is deemed to be cancelled or withdrawn up to a specified date. In this case also, the specified date is not declared. The government very shortly, I think, will declare that specified date. That date will, within that date, the registered person can file his monthly return along with the tax, interest and late fee, and in such cases the assessment completed under section 62(1) will be deemed to be cancelled as per section 62(2). So in brief, what has happened is, if a registered person is not accepting an assessment under section 62(1), he can file that specified return or that particular return within 60 days along with the tax and interest, and he can again file this return along with the tax and interest for the further period of 60 days. So in brief, he will get total 120 days if he wishes to remit tax and interest, tax along with interest. That will be with certain conditions. So what has happened is, this 30 days period is extended up to 120 days as per the recommendations of the council. Third important recommendation is the rationalization of late fee for non-filing of annual return in GSTR 9, GSTR 4 and GSTR 10. Presently, for the non-filers, the late filing fee will be rupees 200 per day, subject to a maximum of 0.5% of the total turnover. But the council recommend a registered persons whose total turnover up to 20 crores shall be beneficial for this new benefit. Let us discuss what are the benefits. For a turnover up to 5 crore, a registered person whose total turnover is up to 5 crores, the late fee for non-filing of annual return will be rupees 50 per day, subject to a maximum of 0.04%. And from 5 crore to 20 crore, the late filing fee will be rupees 100 per day, subject to a maximum of 0.04%. So what has happened is, the traders up to 20 crore will be beneficial as per this recommendation. The traders whose turnover, total turnover or aggregate turnover is more than 20 crores will not available this facility. GST Council also recommend an amnesty scheme for the late filing fee also. Normally, what is happening is, many of the persons are not filed their annual return due to a heavy late filing fee. They are still awaiting for an amnesty scheme. So this amnesty scheme is beneficial to a large number of persons. As per the amnesty scheme, the council recommend a reduction or waiver of annual late filing fee for the non-filing of annual return. So I think we can expect a major relief for this. As per a circular or a notification, the government will shortly announce what will be the time limit for filing annual return for the pending cases and what will be the waiver or reduced rate of late filing fee for the non-filers. We can expect a major relief for this also. And another important change is in the definition of the place of supply of service for the transportation of service. The council recommended to delete section 13(9), section 13 subsection 9. By deleting this, the definition of place of supply of service for transportation of services is to be treated as the location of the recipient of service. If the service provided outside India, then again the place of supply will be treated as the location of the recipient of the service. This will be more beneficial to the exporters, and the export community will get the benefit of input tax credit of the import or export. These are the major recommendations of GST Council, and this will be much beneficial to a large business community, especially the amnesty scheme. I hope the government, as per a notification or circular, will implement these recommendations very shortly. Thank you for watching.